Hi, it's Heather with another installment of R-Rated Reviews, and I'm cleaning. I have an outdoor chandelier that has these fabric covers over a cage for the lights because they're weatherproof. And I just picked up the chandelier from camp, and it's gnarly because it was laying outside all winter. And I'm going to clean it, but I want to do a review on SoftScrub with Bleach. Hold on. That one, and only this one. TJ just came in. I'm like, I was gonna make a video. Can you like go touch yourself somewhere for like 10 minutes? He started laughing. All right, I gotta collect my thoughts again. So SoftScrub with Bleach, I'm gonna tell you all the things that it does that you may be aware of. Some of them you may not be aware of. In fact, I know there are several things I use this for that there's no way anybody would ever use it, and it works great. When I clean stainless steel, like if your faucets, if you have the polished chrome, it doesn't work as well on brushed nickel because there's not that much of a difference. But when you have polished chrome or stainless steel, nothing cleans it and shines it better than this stuff. I use it in the sink. It bleaches everything. Here's the thing now. I only squirt like a little tiny bit of it because it gets gritty and it's a pain in the ass to rinse. That's the only downside to it. But it cleans. It's the most amazing cleaner. If only they could make a love child and have the SoftScrub with Bleach be blended with the Lysol Brand New Day Hibiscus Mango, I'd be thrilled. But I just squirt it around, and then I take my sponge, my damp sponge, and I'll show you at the end, and I spread it around like a thin film, and I leave it for like 5 minutes. And by the time I get done spreading it around, I go back to the other side and start scrubbing, and everything becomes immaculately spotless. The reason I'm bringing this up is because these are the fabric. They're wet, so I don't want them to drip. Hold on. So these are the gnarly chandelier covers. And I don't know where to get them because I've never seen them before. I bought this outdoor chandelier from a client that has glass covers that go over the bulb that make it waterproof. And then like a wire cage is the shade. And then this covers the shade. They were white. They were left out all winter. Now I've already soaked one for a few minutes. The spray and wash does a great job of getting the stains out. But when you have something that's white, or supposed to be white, and you're not worried about the color, because if you get this on your clothes, it will bleach it. You can literally get more stains out by just rubbing SoftScrub with Bleach on the fabric itself and letting it sit for a few minutes. I think it does a better job than actual straight bleach, and I think it's because of the little grits and granules in it. I don't know. But the SoftScrub with Bleach is the best shit in the world. Now, some of the things I've used it on, and I meant to use it. So these are like old glove liners that were my aunt's, and I'm gonna do those too. So you can see how gnarly. I mean, they're like stained because they're from like the 40s. I don't mind using it on delicate stuff. It doesn't eat the fabric. It doesn't do anything to damage the fabric. You just can't use it on colors. I'll tell you, I actually use SoftScrub with Bleach on leather seats in my car. I've had 3 different cars that have leather seats, and when your denim like stains the seats and the dye rubs off from either black leather or your jeans, SoftScrub with Bleach does not damage the seats. I have used it on my leather in cars for years. It is fantastic. I've also used it. I think I used it on TJ's leather furniture because it was tobacco stained when I first met him. It was just gnarly. It was old, and you can only spray and wipe the leather so many times. So I'm soaking these. I'm gonna let those sit for a few minutes. Look at this already. It was this big difference. So I'm going to just put a little squirt, and the stuff is cheap. I'm gonna put a little squirt on each of these. It's like $1.99 a bottle. Although I buy so much of it, I haven't had to buy it in like a year. Lord knows what it's increased to, but it was $1.99 last year. I actually did a video last year, this epic cleaning video, and I was editing it and putting all this stuff together with all these cleaning tips, and it was exactly a year ago because I mentioned in the video that it was daylight savings, and I never posted it. And I cleaned in the video, I cleaned all my doilies. So all the doilies I have, antique, old family doilies, I cleaned them with SoftScrub Bleach, and they came out beautifully. So I'm going to let these soak. Let me get a little on here. And then I'm just going to these are really bad, so I'm using a little more than I normally would. I just want to make sure I get the stuff evenly coated all around the fabric. I'm going to let it sit for probably like 10 minutes. And then I'm going to come back. I'm also going to scrub them with a scrub brush. Because these are like canvas, it can handle it. If it was like the doilies and lace and stuff, I just kind of run them around in my hands. So my last car before I put the Jeep was a Ford Explorer Limited that had gray leather seats. Before that, I had a Nissan Maxima with tan leather seats. And prior to that, I had two Buicks, a LeSabre and a Lucerne. And one had like beige leather and the other had gray leather. And I've cleaned all four of those vehicles, their leather seats, with SoftScrub with bleach and a blue scrubby sponge. I just can't, you can't use a lot because it's hard to rinse. I mean, I would be more inclined to worry about the damage getting the car wet than I would be for the SoftScrub bleach. Because it didn't damage, it didn't dye any of the leather. The gray leather stayed the right color. That's the only time I would use it on something that has a color. Fabric, I wouldn't. I gotta flip some of these inside out because I can see that the mildew and the moss is actually on the inside. So I want to make sure I get this on the actual stain so I don't set it up to fail. I want to show you something really cool. So this is that disgusting one of the gloves, and it looks much better. I like to mix my cleaners sometimes, and I have to be careful because you're not supposed to mix certain chemicals, and I mix them anyway. So this is the stuff I had done a video on previously. This stuff is awesome. The best way it works, though, is to just work it into the fabric and then wash it. I'm using it with the SoftScrub bleach. Now, this is with just soaking it in the bleach so far. I haven't worked it in. I'm just letting it sit. They're pretty gnarly. I took one and sprayed it with the SoftScrub bleach still on it, and I added the spray and wash. So I'll show it to you so you know I'm not full of shit. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay. Let me get this closer. Can I do it here? I think so. Watch this. Do you see the stuff coming off? The counter's got like all sort of dirty water on it now from, and this is just a toothbrush, so it's safe enough for the enamel on your teeth. It's not going to hurt the fabric. But watch this. Look, it's fading out right before your eyes. Isn't that insane? Watch this. That's so cool. Now I'm going to leave that there. And I'm going to grab one of these. This is what's soaking. This is without this is just SoftScrub bleach. It does not have spray and wash. Look at that. The mildew and the black mold is coming off. Okay, so check this spot out. I'm going to do both sides, but a lot of it has come out, but not all of it. So now I'm going to see. Come on, it's not spraying right. All right, there we go. Now watch. It's coming out. So you know what I'm thinking? The green is what's on the inside of the shade cover, and the black is on the outside. So let me try and turn it over. Here we go. I'm not even going to add any. I'm just going to work it in. Let me do one more. So this one has the SoftScrub. You know what? Let me add a little more. Oops. That was a... Oh, well. Look at that. All right, so the green is on the inside, and I think the black is on the outside. So let me turn, oh yeah, definitely. Look at this. So this is what the inside is now. And then look at the other side. Now I'm going to let this sit for a few more minutes. Alright, here's one more of my aunt's gloves. Now, my aunt passed away when I was 17, so she's been gone for over 30 years, and my cousin gave these to me with a jacket and some gloves, and I found these inside the gloves, and I'm just cleaning them. So they've been like this for probably 60 years. Look at that. I don't think these gloves were white. They were like a beige cream color. Look at that. Last one. I just heard him. I think he's on his way back in. I got my 10 minutes. That's all I'm getting. So now I'm going to finish letting this soak. I'm just going to squish them around my hands a little bit and change the water out in the sink so I can put fresh water. And then I'm going to rinse them. And then I will wash them with some just dish soap. This is where they are so far. Not bad. I mean, they were gnarly. They still are, but... Let me get this out of here. Then I want to show you how I clean the sink. I'm going to wash them one at a time while the remaining ones sit on the sink still soaking. I got hot water. The water's disgusting. I'm just going to use a couple pumps a day. I don't expect these to be perfect. My balances, my lace balances came out perfect. My doilies came out perfect. I mean, this was outside for a year. So, I'm just going to... I'm also going to fabric spray paint these with Rust-Oleum. I only have turquoise right now, but I think I want to do that pea green. Cleaner. Next. The water's filthy. Pull the drain. Hang on. Maybe it failed me this time. This does a great job. Just coat it. Don't forget your drains. Just wipe it around. Okay, let me go back. missed the glove and I found it in the drain. I just sprayed the fingertip towel with the stain spray. It's going in the wash. I'll show you when it comes out. Okay, I threw them through the dryer. Look at them. This one's ripped. They came out. I mean, they're not perfect, but they were bad. So these are the cages. This goes over the bulb and they lock onto the fixture. But look at my aunt's gloves. I mean, they were stained for like 30 years. I mean, she's been passed since I was 17, over 30 years. So maybe 40, 50, I don't know. So I'm going to show you, they go on like this. I don't know if I can try to replace them, but until I can, or until I find them, they're going outside, so they don't need to be perfect. But they really, I mean, considering they were dark green and fucking black when you saw them initially, on both sides. This, stretch this, the canvas shrunk a little. There we go. So they go on like this. And I'm probably going to spray paint them. I think they came out amazingly well. With SoftScrub with bleach and a little spray and wash. I did try the SoftScrub with bleach that comes in a gel formula. It's in like a green bottle, to avoid like the gritty rinsing process. It doesn't work the same. So there's got to be said for something about that grit. That little bit of grit that's in there must just be what pushes it over the edge and makes it clean so perfectly. So I wouldn't do the gel, but I definitely recommend that you use SoftScrub with bleach, especially on polished chrome, your sink drains, things like that. But you can use it on all kinds of fabric. I cleaned lace valances that were really delicate, just soaked them, covered them in SoftScrub with bleach, rolled them around my hands and let them sit, and they came out fantastic. But this is pretty good. I almost forgot my fingertip towel. That was just the spray and wash. Questions are coming. Please feel free to leave them. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Have a good day.